Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy X. This is the HD remaster that I said I was going to do. Here it is, in all of its lovely glory. This will be slightly more of a, well, not a tutorial, a walkthrough-esque series than I normally do. It's not going to be a full-blown walkthrough, because I suck at those. But I will share some information here and there that can probably be deemed walkthrough-ish, but without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and get this started. As I said, I will be using the expert sphere grid. Also, my window's open, so I apologize if you can hear anything. You shouldn't be able to. I do need to position my freaking chair properly. There we go. I'll be using the expert sphere grid. Never used it before. I have not planned out where I'm taking people, so I'm going to waste a whole lot of time staring at a sphere grid, I'm sure. And as it says here, you cannot switch once you've chosen, so we're locked in. And there's probably going to be a billion cutscenes. I've heard the loading times can be pretty bad sometimes. Whatever, we'll see. Either way, enjoy some cutscene stuff and things.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Now, in episode 0, which was not actually recorded in this version of the game, it also looks kind of dark to me. I have to do some editing post-process here, if it actually turns out too dark. I asked people what I'm naming Titus. Or I should say Titus is how his name is pronounced. And there was one particular one that I liked more than the rest, for whatever reason. I'm really not entirely sure why. And that was Humphrey. So, we're going to be naming him Humphrey. Just, you roll with it. I apologize, I keep moving my chair back and forth because I'm not in a comfortable spot. There's nothing to do here except for talk to these two groups. This one will let you name, this one will let you watch him fail to flirt. We'll go here first.
Can you sign this?
No problem.
Sure thing, buddy. Let's just go ahead and delete a whole bunch of those here, and we're going to be naming you, good sir, Humphrey. If I can manage to keep myself together long enough to actually remember how to spell this. I believe this is correct, and it just barely fits. Let me actually check. double check, see if that's correct. I'm not connected to the internet right now on my computer, but... name him Yuna? No. Name him Humphrey. Wait. KVX. That's a weird name. There you go. We've named him Humphrey, and he said just because there needs to be more people named Humphrey, let's save the world. So, there you go.
Alrighty.
Now he's named Humphrey.
Take it easy.
Now you'll very quickly notice that there's some issues in lip syncing and some of the animation and stuff. This is a remaster, not a remake. All they've done is take some of it and make it look a little bit better and make the music sound a little bit better and up the voice quality and stuff like that. They've not redone any of the animations or any of like the collisions and stuff like that.
Can I have your autograph?
It's still,
Of course.
it's still very much Final Fantasy X
Good luck
from
tonight.
like 10 years
Nothing
ago.
to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row. Fifth from the right.
Got it.
Anyway, once you talk to those two, you can move down the middle here.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
And that will start a chain of cutscenes. This is the intro, there's a lot of talking, a lot of cutscenes. It's a Final Fantasy game, that's pretty much how they work once they introduced cutscenes to the series. Now, there's some dialogue here from like a radio guy. I'm not going to listen to all of it. I apologize if you want me to.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our
There's
hero, Jack,
some interesting
gone,
stuff here from this
vanished
guy.
into thin air.
And you can talk to all these
My dad
people
must have been
and,
his biggest fan.
you know, they'll
I knew
all
how
say a
sad
bunch
he'd
of
be.
things.
Heck,
I don't
we all
care.
were that day. Zanar, I says to myself,
There's
"What
probably
are you
someone else
thinking?"
who's going to let this guy actually finish his
I
whole
would run straight
dialogue.
back
It's
home.
really quite
We sat up
long,
talking
and I don't
about
have
Jack
all day to
all
sit
night.
here. So again, I apologize if you actually wanted to hear that. It's pretty long. You have to stand there for quite a while. And I want to get this underway.
Make way, make way.
Excuse me, excuse me.
Coming through, sorry.
You need to get up to here. Well, not up to here, but
Hey,
into
I'm gonna be late.
this little area here.
Hey, let go of me.
And for whatever reason, like, they're supposed to get stopped by what I presume is like a barrier here. Once you get past it, it'll stop triggering stuff and eventually he'll walk forward. But they don't actually stop at the barrier. Some of them walk through, which I always thought was odd. So, whatever. Anyway, enjoy one of the best cutscenes to open a game ever. That is the same cutscene that's in the PS2 version, it just has less compression on it, I presume. The original PS2 version was actually grainy. This version, you might have noticed not so much. Everything just looks so much crisper, which I suppose would make sense considering it's an HD remaster, but whatever. Hi, Auron.
Auron! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Indeed. All of the fights that are coming up have 0 AP. Just basically complete them as quickly as you possibly can because there's no reason, well, otherwise. It's just how it works, basically. They're all tutorial fights. Well, not all of them tutorial fights, but they are tutorial-ish as well.
Huh?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
What the? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way!
Look. We called it Sin.
Sin?
Take it. A gift from Jet.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it. These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Indeed, that's your hint. They don't give you anything. Before we get too much farther in, I will point out, I'm going to shift my monitor a little bit there. I will point out that I will not be cutting out any of the battles when we're moving from point A to point B. If I'm grinding, obviously those battles will be cut out, but otherwise the battles are staying in. If you don't like that, you may as well leave now, although you can just fast forward in the video if you don't want to see me fight a battle, but whatever. These fights, you just mash A, by the way, or X or cross or whatever, as it were. The fights are set up so that as long as you attack the default target, nothing will hit you until this fight, where I believe something is scripted to hit you with its special attack. Whatever it is.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
There's hit number 2, hit the ones in front of you, spines, that's what it's called. It's scripted to do that, you can't avoid it, so it doesn't matter too much. And I believe another one will hit you, but cut the 3 in the front. Oh no, yeah, you only get hit by spines. And you can advance, and then we will be, I believe, at our first boss fight. So that is great fun times. If you ask me, anyway, it's great fun times. Interestingly, my webcam is actually on. Whoops. Not that it matters to you guys, because you won't see it, but hey. This is a tutorial fight that actually can't kill you. So don't waste potions. There's a save point right after it too. You can see it in the back there. Which is interesting that you can see the save point in the back. I never noticed that before. This thing only knows Demi, and if you don't know what Demi is, it is a gravity-based attack, which means it will take a percentage of your health off, which means it will never kill you.
Some can't wait to die.
Indeed. Now, I haven't done overdrives in this game. I haven't played this game, actually, in a long time. So, I'll probably mess it up a lot. Even if you do mess this overdrive up, it will still kill everything, so it's not too much of an issue. But I'm gonna try and get the buttons right anyway. Hey, there we go. Gives you bonus damage, is basically what that does. And now we just hit Sinspawn. Ammes, he has 2,400 hit points, and it takes 1,000 to overkill him. Good luck doing that. And it gives 0 AP, has no weakness, you can't steal anything. It's a tutorial fight. I didn't mean to do that, but I did it anyway, so bollocks to it. He'll never kill you. The first time I played this, I started getting worried because, you know, he was hitting for quite a lot of damage every time. It's because it's taking a percent. So basically just ignore your health, and that was terrible. And do as much damage as you can as quickly as possible. You can take this time to, you know, get yourself used to the, you know, the command menu and stuff like that. There's really nothing to do in the commands, though, so... You can tell how much health it has left by the tentacles it has left, by the way. I don't know exactly how much health is in each tentacle, but... As I said, it has 2,400, so... It's not too long of a fight. And the reason he can only use Demi is so he can't kill you. It's probably to make you kind of panic, because, you know, he's hitting pretty hard, your health is getting pretty low. So if you're not paying attention, you won't notice that it's always doing smaller chunks every time he hits you. It's probably meant to make new players panic a bit. There we go. GG, well played. Still not positioned my chair in the right spot. I can't chair today for whatever reason. Or because none of my monitors are in the right spot. Let's try and fix that. That should be a little bit better, I say, as I proceed to then immediately move one of the monitors. Anyway, here's a save point. You should touch it. It'll explain save points. It also offers an opportunity to save, and it heals your HP and MP to full. So every time you see a save point, touch it. There's no downside to it, as opposed to 12 where it would break your chain or something like that. There's literally no downside. So that's always fun. We get one more fight in this area, which is...
What are you laughing at, old man?
Another easy fight.
Lauren, let's get out of here.
And then we go to the second area.
Huh?
Which is also a tutorial.
Give me a break, man.
There's a lot of tutorials in this part of the game. It's a really long game. It's Final Fantasy. This is pretty much always how they work. You might notice there's a lot of those. You know, every time you kill one, another one comes to replace it. If you want to truly minimize the damage you're going to take, you're going to want to, well, A, hit this thing that's on the side as soon as you can. I don't know if we can yet. We can't yet, so we just have to hit things. You'll want to hit the ones that say their spines are flashing. That means they're going to use their special soon. Otherwise, just hit randomly until RN tells you can hit the thing on the side. I don't remember when he triggers that, but for now we're just going to keep hitting that one every time it respawns. You can die in this fight. You have to try really hard to do so, though. Still nothing about the thing on the side, I see. I thought you could hit it at the very start, but apparently not. If you don't hit them when their wings start to flicker, their next turn will be spines.
This could be bad.
Here we go.
That. Knock it down.
Indeed.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Trust me, Humphrey, trust me. By the way, the skill he starts with is Power Break. It's completely and utterly useless here because it doesn't affect Demi and everything else dies in one hit, so basically just ignore that. The reason he actually has so much HP, by the way, and everything else for that matter, is because we won't see him for a while. I'm presuming you've at least seen the game before, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. If I did, I apologize. You'll live. I'm going to ignore the spines, by the way. Once you get to the point where you're hitting the thing on the side, it really doesn't matter. And that's it. So that's the final fight for the first area, and I'll see you guys when we get to the next area. Hooray, adventure.
Go. You are sure? This is it. This is your story. It all begins here. Hey. Hey!
Hello.
My old man?
Step 1, go down. Step 2, turn around. It's like a dance system or something. It's a very, very, very disorienting place. What you want to do is you actually want to go here, which is behind you, which is why it's disorientating. It's also much lower than you. It's easiest if you just go down all the way to the floor,
I thought about a lot of things.
and then the opposite way you're
Like
facing.
where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
Welcome to the ruins. they're not a very fun place. There's a couple things here. One, you swim really slow. Two, you can dive, which serves no purpose whatsoever. This is already going to be more than a couple things, but over on the east side here, I wish I could swim a little bit faster. There is this, which we can do nothing with right now, but, you know, it's there. In fact, I may as well look at it for you. Edra mit frana blur 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 Makalania blur 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 blur. Right.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
No, you can't. You can read Makalania, though. There's a chest here. I almost forgot about that, actually. Which has an item that serves no purpose at the moment, but hey. That thing over there that we just read is actually part of a long series of events, basically, to get a specific weapon, if I recall correctly, anyway. We'll be technically cheating, but not really. Anyway, it's Albed. If you've played the game before, you can load a save file, and it will take the Albed that you know from that save file and carry it here, which is actually how you're technically supposed to do that, I believe. But, you know, doesn't matter. I already technically know what it says, and when we get to that point in the game, I will explain it slightly further, but it's a series of hints that each lead to each other, and then eventually to a specific area, which then tells you something else. It's very annoying. I don't really like doing it. I don't really like doing any of the celestial weapons, but hey. There's trophies and stuff now. It's important. I'm not going to use this save point, even though I probably should. But before you go straight, make sure you go this way, because it's going to be a long time before you can come back and get this treasure chest later if you so desire. Although at that point, it's not really going to do you any good, but it gives you a high potion, so... The reason I say do that before you go forward is because going forward triggers a scene, at which point you cannot get back. So that's always fun. And now we're down here for no reasons. There's your save point off in the distance and your treasure, which it taunts you with. Basically, all you have to do is just kind of swim around for a while. Eventually, it'll trigger this scene. I don't know exactly what triggers it, if it's time or if you have to go to certain areas. I'm not sure, but whatever. Fight too. Anyway, these guys, not very hard, one-hit kills. Usually one-hit kills. I don't exactly know how many HP they have. I almost said HP. I know British people too much. Can overkill them. I don't think you get any AP from it though, so... Once you get two of them down, it triggers this horrible abomination that I wish didn't exist. Say hello to Geosgaeno, or however that's pronounced. I don't know. He has 32,767 hit points, gives no AP, has no weakness, can't steal anything. There's a couple of ways to do this fight. One of the ways is to try and use the escape command, which you cannot do in this version of the game. The other way is to hit him. A bunch. Fun times. Every time you hit him, he will hit you. His attacks, you might notice, do exactly half of your health. Guess what they are? They're gravity attacks. Guess what that means? He can't actually kill you, because he will always do half of your health. So, it's one of those tricksy fights they want to waste potions on. Once you hit him 3 times, it'll trigger this, which ends the fight. You don't actually have to kill him, thankfully. If you did have to kill him, well, that would be a terrible start to the game.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Welcome to here. You only ever go here once. That's not really a whole... Excuse me, game. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. There's not really a whole lot that goes on in this place. You will need 2 items to continue the story. You get those just by exploring, so you're not really tasked with a whole lot. And there's a bunch of other chests around the area as well. Like how casually he just knocks that stuff over like it doesn't weigh 1,000 pounds or something. Which I'm pretty sure it does, but hey. It's also a save point I will be employing here.
Need fire.
Indeed. That we do. Here's a little fire marked on the map for your leisure or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll be doing that next time. So thanks for watching this initial episode. I guess I'll save in a new slot. I'll just have a hard drive full of FF10 saves. Sure, why not? Either way, thanks for watching this first episode, and I will see you guys for the second episode where we go through this and probably... I don't know. We'll see. 1 or 2 areas after that. But either way, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.